Haiti's government has asked the United States to send troops to protect its key infrastructure following the assassination of President Javenel Moise. The U.S. and Colombia said they will send intelligence officials to help the investigation. Haitian police say they've captured 17 suspects and killed 3 others. Former Colombian soldiers and 2 Haitian American citizens are among those detained. A manhunt is underway for 8 suspects still on the run. Moise was assassinated early Wednesday in his home in the capital, Port-au-Prince.
Scenes outside the U.S. Embassy in Port-au-Prince. Dozens of people have come here, desperate to find a way out of the country. The president's assassination has left Haitians shocked and fearing for their safety. Some see no other solution but to flee.
We have now removed over 13 million pounds of concrete and debris. 60 trucks a day are working. And since our last briefing, our first responders have uncovered an additional 18 victims. Excuse me, I stand corrected. We have now uncovered an additional 14 victims of this tragedy. This brings the total number of confirmed fatalities to 78.
A massive fire at a juice-making factory in Bangladesh has killed at least 52 people, officials said Friday, and injured at least 20 more. The fire erupted late on Thursday on the ground floor of the 6-story building southeast of the capital, Dhaka, and was still raging into Friday evening. Firefighters scrambled to control the flames, which reached all the way to the top of the building, where some managed to be rescued. Meanwhile, authorities say 3 workers jumped out and died in an attempt to escape. It's the worst industrial disaster to occur in Bangladesh in 5 years. The country has a track record of poor working conditions and safety standards. Officials say chemicals and flammable materials were stored inside the building, and some key exits were locked, including a door leading to the roof.
And the protests that are currently taking place in that vicinity here at the Moy River Plaza, we've seen 19 trucks being torched late last night and early hours of this morning. A few more trucks were torched on the N3 here at the Moy River Plaza, and I'm also told that a further 6 more in Tuba have been torched, and all of this is basically by supporters who we now have received information from people that we've spoken to earlier on in Morning Live, those passerbys who are saying that it is the supporters who have started the KZN shutdown movement to try and support former President Jacob Zuma, and who are demanding that he be released from Escort Correctional Facility.
A show of defiance by Bulgaria's embattled former Prime Minister.
They thought they would scare me off, that they would put me down. I'm the most dangerous when I'm scared.
But Borisov's ratings are plummeting. His GERB party won 26.2% of the vote in April, but polling predicts that's now down to 20%. The party won 75 seats in the 240-seat parliament, but analysts say it's highly unlikely to achieve that result this time. That's after the interim government accused Borisov's cabinet of illegally awarding contracts involving billions of dollars of taxpayers' money. The GERB party denies any wrongdoing and says the allegations are politically motivated.
Down to the wire as Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic showcases the final preps for its spaceship. on Sunday flying to 50,000 feet before release.
Fire.
Then rocketing to the Kármán line that marks the edge of space. NASA and the Air Force say that line is 50 miles high. Virgin test pilots have already climbed to 56 miles. But now the Bezos team is tweeting that only their rocket will climb 62 miles high, the internationally recognized Kármán line. And their passenger astronauts won't have an asterisk by their names. And by the way, they have bigger windows to gaze at the Earth. Blue Origin uses a rocket. Virgin Galactic uses a space plane with 17 windows.
If he was here, he would argue that his experience was better than ours, and I can give you lots of reasons why we think our experience is better than his. But they're both valid.
Bezos launches on the 20th, bringing along one-time female NASA astronaut candidate Wally Funk.
Dozens of passengers on board an international Qantas flight are being advised to get tested and isolate after a person who flew to the UK via Melbourne tested COVID-19 positive. The traveller had flown on flight QF1452 from Tasmania, leaving Launceston on July 2. The passenger returned a positive result more than 72 hours after leaving Melbourne.
We are listing flight QF1542, which left Launceston at 10:15 on the 2nd of July into Melbourne. 61 passengers on that flight have all been messaged this morning. We're asking them to isolate and to get a test and to return a negative result before being cleared.
Japan's second donation of AstraZeneca vaccines is being inspected and could be ready for use within a week. The shots will be offered to two more priority groups, 9 and 10. Group 9 is adults up to 64 years old who have a rare disease, a quote, catastrophic illness, or a condition that would put them at risk if they get COVID, such as bronchitis. Group 10 is any adult aged 50 to 64. Under this expanded program, 9 million more adults will be able to get vaccinated.